John will get us started. And welcome back, everyone. We're back here at Bucyrus High School with the track program tonight on Coach's Corner West. And we want to remind you to start that we're brought to you in part by Adam Weisner and Associates at Advanced Fiber Technology, Coach Tim Plumley at Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, Matt Studer at Spitzer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Kia in Mansfield, Rob Lust at Edgefield Animal Clinic in Marion, Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Heinlein and Associates at Bucyrus Blades, and Roger Brown at Winks Lock and Safe. We have with us Coach Kevin Boggs, and Coach, welcome. Appreciate you taking some time out. I know you guys you're eager to get going. You're just kind of getting fired up now. Not the best weather so far.
When we started a couple weeks ago, the weather was pleasant and warmer than normal for February, and we were outside and using the track, which is finally done now. And we were thinking, okay, this is going to be all right. And then last week and this week have hit, and it's been a little colder and snowier. But
it's almost opposite. February and March.
It's Ohio, so it's not uncommon that it happens. We hope it will clear off here before we start meets here in a couple weeks, and we'll do what we do.
You can run in the weather up to a point, right?
Yeah, the distance guys tend to deal with it a little better because they're out putting in mileage or things like that. The sprinters do not like cold typically, and then the throwers. It's a little hard to throw a steel shot when it's cold and,
yes,
and things, but it's just nature of Ohio, so we work through what we do, and hopefully get to some specialty stuff. We have had a little time with field events already, and then just refining relays, getting into that. A lot of block work time we got to do, but it's not uncommon for Ohio for what we have to do to be successful. So,
and the season comes up here fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Your first meet is the 27th.
27th. It's against South Central. It's always nice to have them come down and compete with. They're a good group of kids and good coaches. And gives us a chance to kind of get our feet wet, see what we've got, kind of see where we want to go going into the Elks on Saturday, that following Saturday. Get our timing system all prepped and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure everything's is working and doing what we need to. But
sure. Some new faces. Well, obviously, you got a freshman this year. We know that.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate. We've got a very, very talented group of juniors and seniors coming back. Good numbers. Boys, we're sitting at about, if they're all there, looking at about 43, 45 boys, approximately. Girls, not as many, but very talented group of girls. So our juniors and seniors, we've got a nice group. Actually, I'm pretty excited. We've got a very, very good group of freshman boys who were successful as 8th graders, and they won several invitationals as a 7th, 8th grade team. So our middle school boys are going to add a lot to what we have as freshmen this year, and they're going to mix right in with our upperclassmen, and they work hard, and they're going to compete. So it'll be fun to see.
Okay, yeah, we'll be anxious to see that. Like you say, the Elks meet coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice with the track finish this year.
Yes.
Which
It's
was
been a long process. Started back in June. There's been some things that have delayed it. I won't get into all those things because they make me crazy. But it looks great. We've had a lot of help getting things done. We've had some contributions to get the shot and disc redone. The Stones have been great about that. We've actually got some things fixed up with the long jump. We've purchased some new hurdles. So we've been very fortunate with kind of upgrading stuff this year, which is good for our kids.
Okay, good deal. All right, well, we'll talk to your...
I brought a bunch.
You brought a good group tonight, and so we'll talk to them here shortly, but we want to, before we do that, remind you that we're brought to you in part by Lee Plymel at the Plymel Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Gallion, Hannah Newton at Wendy's Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center in Bucyrus, Tabitha Smith and Associates at Waycraft Industries, and then Rod Steiger and Associates at Pizza Hut, Bucyrus and Gallion, the pizza provider for the Coaches Show, Coach's Corner West and Coach's Corner East, but the show started out here, and I think it started in 1992 of Davey, if I remember Davey's telling me, and he's been the supplier, or he's been the key sponsor for this. In fact, this is the first year the show wasn't at Pizza Hut, so we appreciate Rod Steiger. The Burkhardt family at Burkhardt Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer on the Manette New Winchester Road. Okay, first up we have Joe Rager, and Joe, I know you're a veteran, a senior. What are your? I don't want to slot you as a runner or a fielder. You do both.
I really just run. I do the 400 and 800, 4x8.
Oh, okay, so you're a distance guy.
Yeah,
Mid-distance, yeah.
Okay. So what are you looking forward to this year as far as improvements or, anything you'd like to tweak from previous years?
Well, I've been working a lot on my form, so just keeping my hips not hurting as much as they have in years past. Like to get to state after being at regionals the past 2 years. And, yeah, I went county MVP this year.
Oh, okay. Hey, set your sights high, right? That's how you do it. Yeah. Okay, good deal. Well, we'll be looking forward to you seeing your running here just in a couple of weeks. We'll be able to do that. Next, we have Leah Sheets. You're a senior, and Leah, you've been on the show a number of times before,
Yep.
as Joe has as well. Yeah, and you play basketball, and you also run cross country.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a three-sport athlete. And what are your specialties as far as track?
Mainly sprinting. Last year, I usually did the 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, and then a lot of times the open 4.
Okay, all right. And pretty much that's your same slot this year?
Yeah.
Okay. And, because it's a different style of running when you're a sprinter versus a distance person, right?
We're mid-distance,
Yeah.
and hurdles, there's some differences.
Okay. And personally, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, last year, our 4x1 relay made it all the way to regional finals.
Oh, wow.
So I'm hoping we can do that again, or probably go even farther this year would be the top goal.
Next level? right?
Yeah.
Yeah, state, down to the state. Okay. Well, good luck with that, and all you guys, hope you stay healthy. That's
Yeah.
the number one thing. You stay healthy, you got a chance to accomplish all these goals. So, all right, next we have Emma Terrell, and Emma, you're a junior, and you've been running track during the winter as well, indoor track,
Yeah.
is that correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. And how's that gone so far for you?
It was good. It got me started for outdoor about where I left off last season.
Oh, okay.
So it's got me in a good place right now.
Okay. And primarily, you're a sprinter mainly, correct?
Yeah, I just run sprints.
Yeah. And you got personal goals, team goals for this year?
Yeah, like you said, I want to stay healthy. I have some injuries here and there, so the main goal is obviously to get through the season. And then, like Leah said, our 4x1 made it to regional finals, so I'd like to make it there again, maybe state on that. And then I also would like to make it to state on some personal events for myself as well.
I was going to say, if you've made it to the regional finals last year,
Yes.
I don't think state's an unrealistic goal
No, it's
at
not.
that point.
And she, not to chime in, but she missed going in the 100 by 1/100th of a second.
Wow.
So it was not by much. So,
Yeah, yeah. And
Not to bring that up. I
No,
don't
that's
think.
okay.
But looking at it, trying to look at the other side, you were only a sophomore last year. And
Yes.
you're already at that level where you're just missing state. That's a pretty good position to be
Yes.
in moving forward, so, okay. Well, good luck this year, Emma, and we'll be looking forward to you running. Next, we have Harper Boggs, and Harper not only runs track and cross country, she also wrestles. She was on the girls' wrestling team this year, and how'd that go for you?
Went really well. Made it to regionals for wrestling, so I say it went pretty well.
Wow, yeah, that was amazing. When I found out from Coach Kokensparger that there was going to be a girls' wrestling program, I thought, wow, didn't know there were that many girls interested, but it's gotten big enough now where they have the state meet, where this was the first year
Yep.
for girls' state wrestling, so that's pretty good. So Harper, you're a junior. You what's your specialties as far as track?
I'm mostly a distance runner, and I'm trying pole vault this year.
Oh, wow, okay. So you go from running to field events.
Both.
Yeah, okay.
Just filling the slots.
Yeah, That's not a bad thing to have a
No,
utility
we-
person, right?
Yeah, and we need field events for the girls right now, so we're just trying to have some of them learn them and see what we can come up with, so.
Fill some slots.
Mhm.
Okay. Kind of like weight classes in wrestling. You're filling event slots for track as well. Okay. So we're looking forward to some big things for you personally this year, or just kind of overall?
Overall, I would like to stay healthy for the season. And I made district finals for one event last year, and I hope to maybe get to regionals. So I think that'd be a pretty good goal.
Okay, yeah. If we have regional qualifiers, your team's probably doing pretty good.
Yeah, we had 15 athletes last year in the regional finals, and they all placed in the top 8. You know, we had some very quality seniors graduate, but we still have a good core group who have experience in our back, so.
Okay, good. And next we have Carter Boggs. And Carter, you're a freshman, so this varsity stuff is kind of all new, but you've been running it as competitively, obviously, at the middle school level as well.
Yeah,
And your specialty is?
it is the 800, 4x8, 1600, and the 2 mile.
Wow. I'm getting tired just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Running in all those events, so you gotta
He
have.
does, he won't do it every meet, but there'll be times we'll need him to, and he's put in a lot of mileage. So.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and ran indoor, Eli and Carter and Emma, all 3 did indoor with me, and had a lot of success there, all 3 of them, so.
Okay. So, as a freshman, how do you see this coming in? I mean, it's your experience as a runner, but
Yeah.
it's different at the varsity level.
The thing is, I'm not totally nervous about it because, I mean, I've been running for a long time. So it's just coming in with the right attitude and the right approach to it. I think I'll do well if I come in with that attitude.
Yeah, we're forgetting that you're running against seniors, you're running against juniors. They're still just runners, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and all you can do is your personal best.
Mhm.
So, okay. Well, we're looking forward to your accomplishments this year, Carter. Good luck on that. Next, we have Eli Sprague. You're a junior.
Mhm.
And Coach mentioned you were running indoor track. You do other sports as well, or just indoor track and track in the fall or in the spring?
Well, I used to play other sports like basketball, but now I've kind of just switched over to just running. That's pretty much that's what I've done.
Okay, so it's mainly just indoor track in the winter and track in the spring.
Basically.
Okay.
Cross, he runs cross.
Oh, cross country, okay. So-
Yeah, I do.
Okay, but it's still all running
all
related, yeah.
Right.
And what are your specialties?
Pretty much just like Joe. Run the 800 and the 400, 4x8, 4x4, which is weird for me because I used to run actually the 2 mile and the 1 mile. Pretty much just gained like 50 pounds, in about 2 years. Genetics kicked in and whatnot. So pretty much converted over. Might be even running the 200 this year. Not really
Okay,
sure.
all right.
He will.
Whatever coach says, right?
Right.
We've discovered some skill sets with him indoor, and he will run the 200 also, so.
Okay, good deal.
Yep.
So it'll be a new experience for you.
Sure.
Personal goals you have for this year?
Well, first of all, I'm excited to have him, hopefully join a 4x8 team. So I'm looking forward to that. I think we can hopefully do some great things with the 4x8. 4x4, also the same thing. I know Jordan and all that, Joe, Devin, and all of them improved really well. So I'm looking forward to those relays, basically. Yep.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to that as with the others coming up here shortly. So good luck, Eli, on your track season. I'm going to get this right. I've had Kyron in wrestling, so Kyron Kroschner, you are a senior. And I know, again, we talked about you, in fact, you were a wrestler. And what do you do track-wise?
A lot of the sprinting stuff. I did the 4x1, the 100, the 200, 4x2, and just a regular 200. I don't do anything other than that.
Okay.
And I pole vault when needed.
When necessary.
And it may be necessary.
We'll see.
Yeah, see what happens. Okay, cool. And as far as personal goals for you, it's your senior year. You want to close out strong.
Yeah, make it as far as possible with my new 4x1 team. Hopefully regional finals as well, but I don't know who my 4x1 team is, so I don't know.
He,
And did 200 too.
So
Thank you.
kind of feel your way through, right? Okay.
He's our lone returner of our group of 4x1 who placed 6 at regionals last year. The other 3 were seniors.
Oh, okay.
So he's got some opportunity there again, I
Yeah.
think, so.
Okay, cool. Well, good luck, Kyron, and with your senior year and your track season coming up. We'll have a couple of closing comments from Coach Boggs. And we want to remind you that we are brought to you in part by Blythe Friedley and Todd McDougall at Friedley and Company Insurance in New Washington, Ted Coder at Monarch Body Shop in New Washington, the Ohio State University at Marion, a Big Ten education close to home, Dwayne McCombs at Poet Grain, northwest of Marion, Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, and Marion, Dr. Thomas M. Britton at Club View Vision Center in Bucyrus, Dr. Erica Schieber at Bucyrus Veterinary Service, and Luann Krebs at Rivers Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing, and Signs in Marion. So, a couple of big meets. You know, normally, I guess some of you kind of circle on the calendar. The Elks is a big one. What are some other ones? You know, county. How do you see county and league as far as those meets?
Elks is always a big one, but we also have some pretty good-sized schools there that make it tough. I mean, we're not a big school.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we always try to place in the upper portion.
Mm-hmm.
Our big goal is always just improve, stay healthy, of course, throughout the season, find the right mix of kids and help everybody develop and get faster. We've got a really talented group of girls and boys right now, and just try to get the most out of them, keep everybody positive and working hard. As far as the invitationals, I mean, we have the mind, we try to win them all.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously don't, but, I mean, we always have to have the attitude that we're going to go in, do our best, and, you know, compete. And the kids we have, girls and boys, are very talented, and we've got a lot of experience with our regional qualifiers. We've got Randy back in the high jump, who was a state qualifier last year, Randy Banks. And we had several other kids who were close to qualifying even for regionals last year who just missed. So just try to build on that success from last year.
And like in the county meet, Crawford, Gallion are always really tough
They get a lot of
competitors.
numbers, but like last year, we were competitive with them, and I feel some things could have went a little differently that would have made a big difference in the overall placing. But you know, we like to be competitive in that one. That one to me is not necessarily one of the main ones in my mind.
And in the league meet, then you got Crawford again, obviously, and there's some other pretty good teams.
Yeah, there's a lot of
the N10.
the Northwest Ohio and the N10 has a very talented group of track teams. Seneca's always good. Upper's always got talent, and each one has their own strength. Cary girls are always very tough. So, you know, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of very good teams up in Northwest Ohio, and our district and this region is always very tough. The one big thing for our region this year, our boys and girls actually get to go to the same place, which we haven't had for a number of years. Like last year, our boys went to Chillicothe, and our girls went to Port Clinton, which that was tough.
Mm-hmm.
That was tough on our group of coaches and our kids who are used to all being together.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. And like I said, right now we're just working hard, and the kids are improving, and I think they see the possibilities, so they're excited about what they're going to be able to do, and just keep them excited to be there, and showing up every day and putting in work, even when the weather's not the most cooperative.
You're going to have meets like this,
I
or
would
something
hope-
similar. to
I'm
this.
hoping not,
Yeah.
but I mean, the possibility is definitely there.
Mhm.
But you know, the kids that we've got, they
Especially the
understand
early
that.
ones, the early meets, yeah.
They understand that, and we'll do what we do.
Okay.
So,
Appreciate, we're 2 weeks out
Yep,
from
2
today.
weeks away.
So you'll get a feel for it right away
Yep,
here
for sure.
coming up shortly. All right, Coach Kevin Boggs and the Bucyrus track program. Coming up next is the Bucyrus baseball program with Coach Sean Maudsley.